Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to ThinkView and this is NK. Now, this is the Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition. And this has one of the most complete experience that I have ever had on a Windows laptop. Because when people talking about a well-rounded experience with laptops, they usually think of MacBook. Well, because it has good design, great battery, solid performance, and very few compromises. In the Windows world, that kind of balance is kinda rare, and I think that Lenovo has completely nailed it with this Slim 7i Aura Edition without losing the flexibility of Windows. First of all, the design is excellent. The laptop is made of unibody aluminum, and to be honest, it looks and feels premium the moment you pick it up on your hands. The finish is clean and minimal. There's nothing flashy here, but that's exactly why it looks expensive. The build quality is solid, with no creaks or flags when you hold it. The display, the speakers, and the battery life are all its advantages. Lenovo claims up to 13 hours of battery life, and in real-world usage, well, I can reach up to 8 hours, and that's a significant number for Windows laptop. And let's go into detail with this laptop, shall we? Now, first, let's talk about performance. This laptop is powered by the Intel Core Ultra 7 256V. The only downside it has is that most of the laptops that run this chip usually cost you around $1,000 US. But in return, you get a processor that is extremely efficient. That efficiency is a big reason why this laptop can reach up to 8 hours of battery life. And what even more impressive is the gaming performance on this laptop. For an Ultrabook chip, the Core Ultra 7 256V delivers the best gaming performance available right now. Of course, this is not a gaming laptop, but for casual gaming, well, it's surprisingly capable. I know that many users, they don't want to carry a bulky gaming machine because they don't want to game that much, but occasionally they still want to relax or having fun with their friends. And whether it's a quick gaming session or plug the laptop into a larger display to play something like FIFA, well, this machine handles it without any problems. Now, let's talk about my favorite part of this laptop, the display. The Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition used an IPS panel, but not the cheap one. It's actually the very expensive one. This is the high-end IPS panel and it really shows. This panel is 15 by 3 inches with a sharp 2.8K resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. High refresh rate makes everyday interaction feel noticeably smoother. In terms of color, the color coverage is nearly 100% of all three major color gamut, which is something creative users will really appreciate. Brightness goes beyond 500 nits, make it easy to use in bright environment. Lenovo also used a glossy coating here, which helps color pops and give the image a cleaner, more vibrant looks. Overall, this display can easily satisfy those picky users, even the professional one. Because if you work in printing, photo editing, or graphic design, well, this screen is more than capable. The large 15-inch screen will give you a lot of space to work with timelines, with toolbar, with multiple windows without any issue, especially in long sessions of work. Depending on the market, Lenovo also offers you an OLED option. OLED panels are well known for their deep blacks and extremely high contrast, and visually, they are stunning. However, there's a reason that I prefer the IPS panel more. Well, IPS panels in many cases are more power efficient than OLED, which in turn affects the battery life directly. Throughout my time, I have experienced a lot of OLED laptops, and they usually only last you around 6 to 7 hours. But this laptop can last you up to 8 hours, that's another hours more, and all of that thanks to the IPS panel. And not just this laptop, premium IPS laptop like the Microsoft Surface laptop, the Asus ExpertBook, or this Lenovo Yoga Slim 7i consistently deliver much better battery performance. So if battery life matters to you, well then IPS panel is still a valid choice. Now let's talk about the speakers. Lenovo has done a great job here. The laptop is equipped with 4 speakers and the sound quality is generally enjoyable. The bass is punchy, the traps are clear, and the overall detail is very good. Watching movie or listening to music feel immersive for a laptop this size. One small downside is that because the base is quite punchy, the aluminum frame can vibrate a little bit. When I place my hand on the keyboard, I can feel a bit of vibration through the chassis. It's not a big of an issue, but if Lenovo used thicker sheet of aluminum, well, this could be the perfect laptop. I think that this machine is only slightly behind the Surface laptop. It's not as thick as a MacBook Air 15 or the Razer Blade 15, and if you compare it to most Windows laptops, well then this can sit near the tops. Every details feel really defined, and it doesn't have any unnecessary elements. I personally really like Lenovo rounded edges. They make the laptop look more cohesive and even more premium. The hinge on this laptop is not as firm if you compare to Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon. As you can see, it cannot open easily with just one hand. You see? Yeah. No, you cannot do it. There's a small amount of wobbliness, but it doesn't really affect the daily use. When typing, the screen stays stable and doesn't wobble in any distracting way. And mentioning about typing, the keyboard is another highlight. Key travel is deep, the keys are bouncy, and typing feels comfortable even during long sessions. The keycap has a slightly textured surface rather than a smooth matte finish. On MacBooks, that matte coating tends to become shiny over time, especially if you type a lot. To me, I believe that this texture finish can hold up better in the long run. In terms of connectivity, Lenovo has been very sensible. You get 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, one on each side. There's also an HDMI port and a USB-A port, which is still very useful. To wrap things up, the Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition is one of the most well-rounded Windows laptops that I have ever used. It strikes an excellent balance between design, display quality, speakers, keyboard, touchpad, performance, and battery life. There are very few compromises here, and honestly, it's hard to find anything serious to complain about. If you are looking for a premium Windows laptop that truly feels finished, well then this is one of the best options out there. But what is your thought on the Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thanks for watching. This is NK from ThinkView, and see you guys next time.